Hello, friends. Good morning. Myself, social worker Habib Rahman, with you today with this Community Talks platform. We are very delighted to invite our honorable guest speaker today, Sanam Paudil from Nepal. So let me introduce Sanam here with you. Hello, Sanam. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, and namaste, and good morning from Nepal. I'm fine, thank you.
Thank
And how?
you. This is very special day. I'm very happy to have you here today. I know you are very busy with so many works together, and COVID made us actually sometime crazy, sometime over busy. So many actually puzzle and problems are here in personal and family life. So,
Yes,
this is community talks and friends around the world join it, just share their thoughts. So our motive is sharing is caring. We
yes,
can make people happy if we just share them some thoughts and care for them. Dear viewers, just Sanam Paudel, she is a renowned psychologist in Nepal and she works for women and children over the last couple of years. So definitely we will share Sanam's thoughts and views with you just on this specific area. So Sanam, can you share us about your personal and professional career in Nepal over the last few years that you were doing?
yes. Thank you very much, and thank you once again. I'm very happy to share my experience in your global platform. Thank you once again. Namaste. I'm Sonam Paudil, and I'm from Kathmandu, Nepal. I started my career from 2004. From that time, I continue my career. I work especially with the issue women and children issue. Uh, I work nowadays from 2011. I work with the women group, especially human trafficking victims, survivors, and I work with them and and with the children issue also I work, and minor girls child also, and I work in shelter home where they reintegrated that woman and children, uh, and the women who work in dance bar and hotspot of Kathmandu Valley, especially tourist area and hotspot of Kathmandu Valley. They work in dance bar, massage parlor, and Dohuri's, the folk singing restaurant, Dohuri restaurant. The women they are working there to survive their life, to take care of their children, and we organize a mobile counseling camp also with them. Uh, our main motto is if they cannot come to us to receive our service, then we can go directly to their place to provide services, psychological counseling we provide, and um, from there I see many cases from human trafficking victim women. Mostly they are sexually abused, and they are rape victims, sexually abused, domestic violence survivor, and all. From till that till that time, I start my from that time I still uh, work with them. That good.
Very good, Sanam. Actually, situation in Bangladesh, this is almost same, and life pattern of the children, of the women, elderly people being changed over the couple of months, over last 2 years because of COVID pandemic. And recently, I mean, day before yesterday, on 12th of September, after so for 17 month closure, primary level school, secondary level schools reopen, colleges reopen, just for uh, 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 institutes inviting students for one day one class one day, this just to warm up them, because the children are uh, they are not in a good mood, they are mentally stressed, they are in problematic situation, creating problem at home, so they have so many stressful situation. So as
Yes.
you deal with the children and the women over the long years back, do you see or did you see any changes, stresses in mind, especially during COVID, among the children and the women that you are working with?
Yes, yes, of course. There are many changes in these days with women and children. Um, Especially children, they are in, like, in grief situation. They are very fearful and uncertainty about their life and what's going on, and all these things. And social isolation, these days they are very much isolated, socially isolated. And all the activities, in all the activities, they are doing, like study and everything, in front of laptop. Screen time increase more and more these days. They have no time to play outside. They have, like, they decrease the time is, like, decrease. They cannot go outside due to this, like, fear pandemic. So they have to stay in their home, their room. Their screen time increase more, and it makes them, like, they are very much, like sleep disturbances, eating disturbances, and this kind of problem they have. And and parents, they are also worried about, the situation and everything. It also affect their children mental health. And they are, the more, these days, the most problem is, like, screen time. They, like, they spend more time in the screen, like they are, from the morning, near it's 9 a.m. to 3 4 p.m. They are
Yeah,
in
yeah. So
phone.
if I just interrupt one thing, interfere one thing. During the pandemic, all the parents are very caring about their children, and this time especially it creates some problem, because some parents both are working, both are
Mm,
in job.
yes, yes,
Either sometime either father is in job or mother is in job. So when the school time through online platform, I mean Zoom or other options,
mm,
it creates some mental stress among the children, because when parents are not at home,
mm,
they cannot
yes,
take care of their children.
mm,
It creates some extra burden on them. Either they need to hire someone or a home tutor that actually not need for the children in that stage, or sometime uh, they are to stay at home just to take care of their children. They deprive their office work, so many extra things that are not desired. uh,
yes,
but it's been happen over the pandemic time, which is very unfortunate. But some people says pandemic even teaches us so many things, some good things, which
yes,
is Bill Gates told, and some other eminent scholar or personalities around the world speak out that uh, COVID taught us so many things, uh, in moral or ethics. It
yeah,
touches our heart and just redefine our soul, that how to behave with the people, how to think for the society, right? So many actually things are there happening. And I know the fighter, frontliner, the fighter or the counselor that you are doing or we are doing, doctors are doing, police or other defense are doing, that was very challenging. But
yes,
even after, we are doing so. So if we just love to know something about online class situation during pandemic, school, college, and university, can you share us overall situation there?
yeah. uh, these days people are, like, become very fearful, and they are very uncertain about their future. Most of them, they lost their job, and economic crisis is still high. these days. It's increased, and people are, mostly children and women, and they are also very much suffering from these conditions, because this situation is very new for us, everyone. It's pandemic. So nobody never expect, never think that this thing will going to happen with us, like with our community, with us worldwidely. So according to Nepal police record also, there is an increasing rate of suicidal rate also increased these days due to economic crisis, and all these things, social isolations, and other things also, like this, most of them they lost their jobs, and all the things is going on these days, and the people are in very, like mostly they are very uncertain about their future, what's going on and what to do. uh, nobody expect, nobody expect this thing will going to happen with them. So negativities, isolation, income loss, and fearfulness, this makes them, like these days most of people patients, they come to our clinic with the symptoms of depression and anxiety and sleeping disturbances, and they are very much worried about the situation and what will we do next. And especially women, they work with their family, and due to lockdown they stay at their home, and all the family members, they are in also home. They have to take care of, they have to take care of their themselves, and at the same time they have to take care of the family also. All family are inside the home, and they have to make food, they have to do everything, like take care of their children, they have to do everything before
So many
before
things.
before they have some helpers to do help with their household work. But this time, and due to lockdown and due to fear of coronaviruses, nobody come to their home, like the helper woman and other people who need
Correct.
to help them, and
So
so they have.
Sanam,
Yes.
just one addition with this question. You will be happy to know that we lead a foundation. I lead a foundation that is Community Social Work Practice and Development Foundation, and from that we published an international newsletter named Community Talks. Basically, this is the written version, both in hard copy or printed and e-version. Coming issue will be published next month, first week of next month. The issue will be on geriatric care or elderly crisis and care during COVID, global perspective. So already so many write-up from different parts of the world. Our friends sent already. I received all the letter, and we had a request to you just to keep a focus from Nepal. So especially in that part, the elderly. I was just visiting an elderly home in Dhaka yesterday afternoon. Sir William Beveridge Foundation. They provide caregiving service to the elderly people in different homes. And today we had a plan to visit another here. But the experiences, during this pandemic, the children, and more than children, elderly, they are the worst sufferers sometimes
Yes.
indifferently. So, can you specify some issues relevant to elderly that you are just observing around you, just to share with the friends?
Yeah. These days, yeah, they are suffering from, most of them, they are very fearful, obviously, for everyone, women, children, and overall elder also. And those who are like affected by COVID, and after recovery, they like they forget, they become very forgetful, they forget everything, and they feel very weak, they cannot even do their like regular work, personal health, they cannot do, they cannot do care of their personal health and hygiene also. They feel very weak, they become forgetful these days, and so weak and so worried about, most of it, like everywhere they said, we never think like this kind of situation will happen with us, like, and most of them, they lost their family member also, and it makes them very much, worried. Some of them have symptoms of depression and anxiety and sleeping disturbances, and eating problem also, they cannot like eat properly, they feel something inside in their throat, like something, like they feel, and they become very fearful, and they become very fearful when someone go outside of the home, and they wait their family member in like near the door and windows. They see when they will return back. Like this kind of situation faces by elderly these days.
Yeah,
Most of them are like have already COVID, and some of them have recovered, and some of them die. This kind of
true.
situations here.
Actually, they are in problem, but COVID added some new crisis to them, to the elderly people and the family
Yes,
of
yes,
the elderly people.
yes,
And yesterday, while visiting that nursing home, we were just asking uh, about the nature of their service, how they are providing services to the elderly people. Either
yeah.
they are residing the elderly in their own residential home, or they are providing caregiving services.
Mm. In Nepal also, some elder home is also here in Nepal, but most of the people they stay in their family, elder people, and yeah, this kind of problem they are facing. Mhm.
Yes, carry on, man, carry on.
You're listening? Okay. Okay. Yeah, this kind of problem, like everyone feels that it's very new situation, new condition for them, and so everybody is fearful. Everybody is like very uncertain about their future. What will we do next? And most of them they lost their business, and economic crisis is very high these days, and societal rate is also very high these days. And all people are socially isolated and very fearful to go outside also, and some of them like develop the symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder and obsessive compulsive disorder also. They wash their hand many times by the fear of like coronavirus in their hand. So this kind of psychological problem. So
Yeah.
this kind of psychological problem is most seen in the people of our countries.
So many problems. Mental problem is one of the top crisis, especially for the elderly people and the children. And
Yes,
we're thinking, the people have some prejudice mindset that uh, parents should not go to the elderly care home because of their family prestige. Sometimes they think
yes,
if they send their parents to the elderly care home, what
yes,
other people in the society might think about him. So uh, they keep their parents at home. This is very good sign in that way, because it creates some family bonding or strengthen family bonding.
yes,
uh, so the service that they are giving from their caregiving sense by the foundation or other foundation here, they are sending caregivers to home,
mm,
working hour basis, monthly basis. Like I asked them how you are providing services to the elderly people. They said they have three shifts, 8 hour
mm,
shift. If you wanna to give service from them for your parents, or if I ask service for my parents, uh, we need to pay for either 8 hours or 12 hours or full day, right? 24 hours. That is the pattern of service, and upon that you have to pay to them. So
mm,
our parents will be kept at home, and we are hiring someone, inviting someone, caregivers, trained caregivers, just to spend time, quality time with them, and also gossip them, care for them, give them medicine and other needs and necessities. So I basically support this, because there is no mental harassment or less mental harassment, rather sending to the elderly care home. And
mm,
on the opposite, some persons, like at home, nobody else there, son and daughter,
yeah,
grandchild are out of country. So in that sense, if there is elderly home, sophisticated elderly home with full-fledged facilities, then in that case, the parents might be sent to that elderly care home just to be properly nurtured and cared, right?
Yeah.
Actually, that is the way that people are doing, and
It's 11
ho-
hours.
hopefully, our friends can get so many ideas from the newsletter that are coming soon or next month, because it will truly give you a global focus how elderly care and crisis is happening around the world, how people are serving, and how organization and states are providing service to
Mm.
the elderly people in that way. So that is the basic thing that we are facing crisis here. And in Asian countries, I think caregiving facilities, the context not yet developed. That is the
Yeah.
basic problem. People are not
Yeah.
uh, getting service properly. So
Yeah. Nepal
we
also
are,
is
yeah,
in
yeah,
Nepal
we are not
also
able
not.
to give them service properly. Both side there are some drawbacks. We have
Yeah.
some traditional mindset,
Yeah.
and
In
uh,
Nepal also like not properly the care home that gives
so
service.
Sanam, just last question from my side. We are not at all well in mentally. Everybody, we have some crisis and problem. It's the everybody's problem everywhere, that there is so many problems we are facing during this pandemic. So as an expert, as a psychologist, as a counselor in especially child area or women area, how you can suggest as few specific point to be mentally or to stay mentally healthy
Yeah.
during this COVID, taking some good points, avoiding some bad side or adverse side of COVID-19. How you can suggest us?
Yeah, in this like in this hard situation, first of all, first of all, we have to think. Positive thinking is the main point. When we think positive, then like we are able to deal with the problems. So positive thinking is the first thing, and we have to eat balanced diet, nutritious diet, and balanced diet, and adequate sleep is most important these days. And we have to do more yoga, meditation, and physical exercise to like make physically and mentally fit these days. So, and we can listen music, play game, and work in garden. Like what make us happy, we try to become happy. And mostly we have to sleep properly, drink plenty of water, and yoga, meditation, and exercise, physical exercise, and positive thinking. And these things can help us to reduce all this stressful situation. So we can
But
do this.
especially for children, actually, the suggestion for the elderly, for the young adults, and also for the children are
Yeah,
different. This time,
yeah, yeah. For
how we
children,
can suggest for the children, especially for the
yeah,
children.
for children also, we parents, it's parents' duty to make them engage in all creative activities. Like creative activities, household work. We make them engage in household activities, creative activities. Engage them in like same thing. Like engage them in physical exercise, yoga, and meditation. All these things, but parents have to guide them. It's very difficult time for them. So parents when they do their work, at the same time parents make them engage in their activities also. uh, like both parents and children, when they like do together, then it will be like more fruitful, more like it's effective. And make them like sharing, all family members sit together and eat together, sharing their experiences, like what whole day, what they do, like in their class also, what they study. And parents also share their experience, childhood experiences and good memories with the children, and make them like children also feel that like they are in warm family environment, so they feel secure. This time, these days, like children, they feel insecure due to this condition. They feel insecure every time. So it's parents' duty to make them secure, like homely environment. It makes them secure and happy. And same thing also apply with children, like balanced diet. These days they are very much engaged in eating other, like junk food and everything, sitting in front of like computer and eat whatever they like junk food and everything. These days they are eating. So stop that kind of eating. And most important thing is that parents make them engage in their activities also. Help them to cook, teach them to cook, how to cook, teach them how to clean, how to gardening, how to drawing, like dancing,
Yeah,
singing.
COVID has, yeah, thank you, Sanam. COVID actually gives us so many things, dimension of work. Because IT, expertise of IT before pandemic, my personal view is I was not aware about how to use so many options of IT, right? And
Yes,
I hope situation almost same in your countries with all the experts. But COVID gives us this, and COVID gives us one thing, that is adaptation, adaptability, how
yes,
people can stay at home. Before pandemic, before COVID lockdown, we never thought to stay at home at a rest to at stage to, I mean, 2 months, 3 months, but we just did it because of this COVID made us compelled to do that, to stay at home. And among the children that I just observe in my children, and also relative children, and when they are just doing classes online, you know uh, before pandemic there was a huge competition that who will be the first boy, first girl, the first one of that class or school. But this time, as it's very tough, out of 50 students in the same class, how madam or the teacher can evaluate the students properly? It's very, very tough.
yeah,
We
it's
end up
very, yeah, they
with,
become very lazy. So what's going on, it's very easy, we can cheat, exam also. Sometimes like they said to teacher, our internet is very weak, so I stop for a while, and they open their book and write and everything. And it's very easy. And as for teacher also, it's very difficult to evaluate their, their potentiality and everything. So oh, my internet is very weak, it's gone, and they open the book and write and everything in their
yeah,
exam
yeah.
also.
There are also some true facts
Yeah,
that
my son also, he became very lazy. He sleep all morning before his online class start, and he wake up and oh, now I eat my food. And all the time is misbalanced, like sleeping time and wake up time and everything. And oh no, never, school will never open. It will be very good for us. So oh, after in Nepal government we have big festival, Dasara and Tihar, and both after
Mhm.
this festival till October. After October, they are planning to open the school, and my son is very afraid. Oh no, I don't want to go to school. I'm enjoying in online class and all these things because it's very easy.
Yeah,
Sometimes they say that, oh, our internet is very weak, so I cannot attend the class. Sometime at the same time they say to the parent, oh, it's my homework time, and searching something in internet and Google and all this thing. But they are seeing other thing. The parent have to observe what their children is seeing, what they is going through, like what kind of like sites they are seeing. And these days it's very, very difficult, dangerous situation is also there because of online bullying and everything is so happening.
true. Some people say that COVID actually strengthen family bonding, but at the same time, all the children, not only children, with the adult also,
Yeah, yeah.
we are just had
Yeah,
a,
are busy in making TikTok and everything, like dancing, singing, and all these
yeah,
things.
yeah,
They
yeah, so many things.
increase the risk of abuse. Like they, every time they are in front of like their laptop and everything, they are seeing many sites from their cyberbullying is like
Sanam,
increasing.
last week, someone just showed me a funny video, three generation. I mean, the effects of third generation. Like the grandfather, he is just lying on the bed and he is watching videos in the mobile phone, right? And his son and son-in-law also just watching phone. granddaughter, grandson also watching this phone. Everybody is busy. The third
Everybody is,
generation.
if they are sitting in same room but all are busy in
Yeah,
their, like, gadgets, mobile and laptop and everything, and they are, like, all people are nearer with them, all family member, but they are in the another world, they are talking with the people who are very far away from their side. So this kind of thing is very, so, like, problematic situation, I think, because everybody, like, everybody forgot their, like, past, before pandemic life,
right.
daily activities, all are like me myself also, I'm also become lazy to go outside. Oh, it's very easy for me to work from my home. And
And online shopping
I can sleep.
increases. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very increases, so I don't, me also, I don't like to go outside, and I don't like to, like, visit, and like my family's relatives home also. The situation is also fearful, but at the same time I become lazy also, so it's easy
yeah,
for me to work, sit, work from home, eat home, and sleep few hours.
yeah, yeah.
It's very easy,
And
like.
human relation, I mean, human relation, physical appearance is going to be disappeared. Actually, people
Yes.
don't love to come out of home. They
Yeah.
all are become very shaky to be out of home. Actually, they
Yeah.
love to stay at home.
But at the
So
same time it's very stressful also, the same situation, same environment, same thing, and sometimes we need to change our situation also,
yeah, yeah.
it's very
So
depressive
stress
sometimes.
from chronic disease also, right? Not
Yes,
only
yes.
mental stress
Yeah.
and harassment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sitting in same position, and like, follow same routine life, it also affects sometimes. And I forgot to add one thing, like, women these days, like, feel they are, like, they are having some pressure of family, and joint families, just in-laws, they are giving pressure to, like, make new baby, those
Hmm.
who have only one baby, they are planning to make another in this time, because for them this time is free time, it's
Free
very
time.
easy, it's very easy to raise the children in due, like, this time, no office, no work, and all things are from home. So their in-laws, like mother-in-law or father-in-law or husband also, they give pressure to the woman. Most of women, they come to my clinic, like, this kind of situation they are facing these days, they are having pressure to give birth or planning another child. So these are not their wish, so they have to, like, follow, or they have to, like, obey their elders or in-laws things. So
So
very,
Sanam,
very.
we are just close to the end. You will get 1 minute chance after me. Actually, over the pandemic, I have been hosting so many episodes, inviting many friends around the world. And my experiences is uh, one thing only can avoid frustration or mental stress, that is involvement of work.
Mm,
Involvement of work means he or she or the kids might be involved in any play or reading books, communicating,
yes,
interacting with other friends, colleagues, and the peer groups, right? And the relatives, or
yes,
just keep yourself busy. I think it might create, and the office bearer or the professionals that we are doing, it was busy for us during pandemic lockdown situation to keep us busy. Actually, that was
yeah,
very tough. And
yeah, yeah, busy in fruitful work, like, not
yeah,
busy
yeah,
in
fruitful work.
like, all the sides and
And
everything.
last year when I didn't find anything to do practically, or coming out of home due to the declaration of lockdown situation, as a social worker, initially myself with some of my colleagues and friends, just with a limited range, we tried to contribute something, some food or some reliefs like this. But we are not highly capable to contribute huge financially. I just changed my mind and I try to keep myself busy and also keep some friends busy also. I
Yeah,
just initiated and just took the attempt to continue this platform. And uh, through the flow of that, so many friends are engaged and they created different platform gradually, and someone is being inspired also. It just a chain process.
yeah,
Many anchors and hosts are hosting this type of session, and people are busy. I think at least an academic and practitioner, we can
mm,
spend some time, share our thoughts, skills, ideas, to the people, and in their leisure time they can watch the video mindfully or absent-mindedly. We don't mind, but video should be captured. There are so many videos just to keep people cheerful, that they
Yes.
can have some ideas on it. So last point, we are very happy, very delighted to have you here. Just 1 minute time for you, last to say goodbye and your feelings today. Though we had to face so many hurdles to continue the session, you just saw it because of the internet crisis, but internet turbulence. So you can say goodbye and just sharing your feelings to be the speaker of the session and share your thoughts to the friends across the world. Sanam.
Yes, thank you very much for inviting me in your reputed program so I can share my feelings. And thanks once again. And in this hard time, think positive, engage yourself in fruitful activities like reading,
Right.
whatever you like, and not stay idly. Engage in some fruitful activities and sleep properly. Sleeping is most essential in this time. Proper sleep is very essential these days. All people, they lost their sleeping time due to like internet and all these things. They are engaged in, like you see, till midnight they are busy. They see online, but this kind of thing we have to limit lot of the time. So most of the time we must busy with our family, give time to family members and all these things, eat
Sure. Thank
properly,
you.
this yoga,
So
meditation,
keep
exercise.
good health, stay safe and healthy and mentally sound,
Yeah.
and keep us in your prayer. Hope to see you again in some other episodes, hopefully. Sanam.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank
thank
you.
you.
Stay safe.